Hello everyone, and welcome back to a blind Let's Play, Ever 17, The Out of Infinity for the PC. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and today, my friends, we are back. Yes, so if you're following live with us, I had to take a business trip, and then I just been exhausted. I did post on Twitter letting you all know what's going on, so if you have not following our Twitter, it's a good way to catch up on the news, you know, from your good old FlightlessBird. At the same time, due to the fact that, you know, with the visual novel series being longer playthroughs, you'll always get news on, you know, when the next playthrough is coming out. Because I always post on Twitter whenever we do a new video, or a new playlist, I should say. But regardless, there was a strange noise that happened. If we scroll up here to you know, catch up what's going on, suddenly a low metallic sound reverberated throughout the complex. It was a dull, muffled sound. So yeah, what was it?
少し揺れたわね。
Hope you all are having a wonderful day today. This whole place just shook a little. Sugumi's eyes darted around as if searching for something. Moments later, the kid and Coco, who had both been resting in another room, appeared. Hey kid, what was that? I don't know. Hey, this doesn't have anything to do with that bad feeling you had earlier, does it? Or does it have anything to do with the fact that we heard someone else counting and he was in our room? I still don't know what was going on with that. I swear the mysteries in this game just keep compounding themselves and we are no closer to any answers at all. The kid shook his head. I don't know. Maybe we should ask Sora. Did you call for me? From out of nowhere, Sora appeared in mid-air and floated down in front of us. You know, that would have been... that would have been incredibly creepy if we didn't know she was an AI. Hi, Sora-san. Hey, Sora. Where were you? I'm terribly sorry. I overslept. How does an AI sleep? Sora looked embarrassed. Overslept, but you, I love when the protagonists are on the same page. It's good to be back. Nah, we'll save that for later. Hey, did something just happen? There was an awful noise just now. One of the shafts that supports this floor has started to warp. We didn't see any signs of it yesterday. Yes, well, it wasn't in my calculations. It appears as if the ocean currents may have caused it. Well, how dangerous are we talking here? Well, it should be within the margin of error, but no. Wait a second. There is an anomaly in one of the pressure regulating pipes at Zwitterstock's warehouse. Alright, I need a quick refresher here. Looking at my document, I really need to get separate notebooks for separate games. Top to bottom, Insel Null is a floating island. Ersterboden is floor 1. Zwitterstock is floor 2, and Dritterstock is floor 3. So, floor 2, a pressure regulating pipe anomaly. What are these pressure regulating pipe thingamajigs? These pipelines are responsible for adjusting the pressure inside the multi-layered bulkheads comprising Lemieux. If any one of them should rupture, for whatever reason, I am incapable of repairing them. The anomaly is only slight, so you shouldn't have to hurry, but I think it's best if someone goes to check on it. Would you please go for me?
Ah, sure. Leave it to me. I volunteered right away.
私も行くわ。
I'll go too. Unexpectedly, Sugumi also agreed to go.
Sugumi, are you sure?
修理するなら工具類が必要なんじゃないの？私ならいろいろ扱い方を知ってる。
Well, if we're going to fix something, we'll need tools, right? I know my way around a workshop.
Alright, well, let's go.
ここも手伝うよ。
I'll help too. Aw, I love PP.
Okay, you can come too. Coco? Hey, does anyone know where you went?
I looked around but didn't see you anywhere.
さっきの揺れがあった時に制御室に確認に行ったよ。
She went to the control room when things were shaking earlier.
私と入れ違いになってしまいましたね。
We must have just missed each other.
ちょっと行ってたけしたちが上に行くことを知らせてくるよ。
Well, I'll go and tell her that you're going up above.
Alright, kid. I'll leave it to you. Keep an eye on things from the control room, will you? Just to make sure we don't miss anything.
何か分かったらレミを通じて私を呼んでください。
If something comes up, use Lemmy to contact me.
わかった。それじゃあ。
Alright, I'll see you later. Bounding across the water surface, the kids shot down the corridor. We climbed the emergency stairs quickly. We were told that it wasn't urgent, but we still couldn't afford to be careless. It's 7 a.m. Sugumi quietly shouldered the heavy toolbox, climbing higher and higher. Coco and Pipi followed right behind.
By the way, Sora.
I asked Sora, who was guiding alongside me, something that had been on my mind.
はい、倉成さん、何でしょう。
Yes, Kurenari-san, what is it?
You mentioned you'd overslept earlier.
ごめんなさい。
Yes, I'm sorry. Aw, she is absolutely adorable. That picture right there. Aw. Sora's face went a deep shade of red.
実は今朝、私のデータが入っているサーバーの定期メンテナンスが自動で行われたのですが。
Actually, there was some routine maintenance on one of the servers where my data is stored. It initiated automatically this morning.
その復帰処理に手間取ってしまったようです。事前のチェックが甘かったですね。申し訳ありません。
It appears that it took some time for the return processing. I was a little too optimistic on the preliminary check. I'm terribly sorry.
Well, so that's what that was, huh? Ha 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 ha.
I laughed for some reason.
何かおかしかったですか？私。
What? Did I say something amusing? Sora was confused.
Nah, I just thought it was funny that even you could oversleep, Sora.
はあ、面白いですか？
That's funny.
Well, how should I put it? It's kinda cute.
かわいいですか？
Cute.
Yeah.
そんな寝坊がかわいい？
Sleeping in is cute.
理解不能です。
That does not compute. Sora's eyes went around. Maybe it was because that particular use of the word wasn't in our database.
私は皆さんにご迷惑をおかけしたのに。
I've caused all of you such trouble.
Hey, nobody's angry. I mean, don't let it bother you. Everybody knows that you're working hard.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Yes, thank you. Although Sora looked somewhat puzzled, her cheeks seemed to glow with joy. And for some reason, I found that amusing too.
そうですか。かわいいですか？
Really? Is it cute? I thought it was charmingly innocent reaction. I suppose it was the kind of thing you call cute. We finally arrived at Zwitterstock. Looking around the floor, everything seemed normal, but we could hear a hissing sound coming from somewhere. We walked toward the sound.
Yesterday, everything was fine here. Why do you think something would go wrong all of a sudden?
そうですね。何もかも予測通りとはいかないものですが。
Well, everything doesn't always go according to plan.
みんなが飛び跳ねたからかな。
Is it because everyone was bouncing around so much? Coco said that casually.
Uh-huh.
ほら、みんなで騒がしくしてたから。
You guys were making such a fuss.
だからレミューが傾いちゃったのかな。
It probably threw the Mew off its axis.
I don't think so.
Oh, the dots.
そうかもね。
Maybe it is. Segumi laughed softly.
でも修理すれば大丈夫だから。
But if we make some repairs, everything should be fine.
そうだよね。ね、つぐみん。
Yeah, I guess so. Right, Segumin?
ええ、心配いらないわ、ここ。
Yeah, don't worry about it, Coco.
よかった。
Woo, I'm so relieved.
ピッピキピプップクプ
Woo, all right. Aw. It sounded like she said the dog's name there. Pippi. Have I been saying that wrong? I think I've been saying that wrong. Pippi. I'm gonna try saying Pippi from now on. Because I could have swore she said Pippi there. Or Pippi? 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 Yeah, I'm pretty sure she said Pippi. We stood in front of the room where the hissing sound was coming from. That's a really annoying noise.
So it is coming from inside the warehouse.
ちょっと倉庫内の状態をスキャンしてきますね。
I will run a scan to determine the situation inside. Saying that, Sora disappeared.
Well, the steam in there isn't going to explode if we open the door, right?
After I asked that, Tsugumi eyed the door uncertainly.
そうね。 平気なんじゃない？
It's probably fine.
Probably fine? How would you know? Do you?
適当に言ってみただけよ。
I'm just saying what you want to hear. Yeah, I thought so. Sora appeared in front of the door.
確認しました。
I have finished the diagnostic.
気圧正常。有毒ガスの発生なし。室内気温、湿度はともにわずかずつですが上昇中。
Atmospheric pressure is normal. No traces of toxic gas detected. However, the temperature and humidity of the room are rising in slight increments.
パイプの一部が破損して少し水が漏れています。水深は深いところで10センチ程度です。
An area of the pipe has ruptured, and there is a slight water leak. The water is about 10 centimeters at its deepest point.
それなら大したことないわね。
That's hardly anything at all.
まあそうですね。
No, I suppose not.
Let's go in. If we fix it, there won't be a problem, right?
はい、お願いします。
Yes, please hurry. I opened the door. I don't like the name of that title all of a sudden. I looked toward the wall that was making the hissing sound. There was a faint crack in the pressure regulating pipe, and water was dancing out of it in a fine mist. If that was all it was, it did seem like we had anything to worry about. It seemed like we'd be able to fix it in no time. Segumi opened up the toolbox and started spreading a few tools out in front of her.
What should I do?
パイプが少し歪んでしまっているわ。金具を締め直すからパイプを持って支えてくれる？
The pipe is bent a little bit. I'm going to clamp a metal sleeve on it. Would you support the pipe for me?
Roger that.
ここは？
What should I do?
向こうのこのパイプがつながっているバルブがあるの。わかる？あれを少しだけ緩めてほしいの。
On the other side of this, there should be a valve attached to this pipe. You see it? I want you to loosen that a bit.
了解。
Okay, gotcha. We all started working in unison. We opened and closed a number of valves, connected and repaired pipes, and welded shut cracks.
You seem really used to all of this.
何が？
What do you mean?
Welding. And where'd you learn that?
知りたいの？
You want to know?
Well, it's just that, you know.
どうでもいいことを聞くの悪い癖よね。
You know, asking meaningless questions is a bad habit of yours. And after that, I didn't feel like I could ask anything else. Sora watched us for a while from the side. After a while, an intercom in the corner of the room sounded.
Huh? Did somebody call?
すみません皆さん。田中さんが私を呼んでます。向こうに行かなくてはならないのですが。
Excuse me, everyone, but Tanaka-san is calling me. I must be going.
Okay, go for it. I mean, we should be able to handle the rest ourselves.
はい。では、あとはお願いしますね。
Okay, I'll leave the rest to you. Sora approached the intercom and disappeared as if she had been sucked in, or as if I had sucked her in. I knew she could travel instantly, but it was still an odd sight.
たけし、ぼーっとしてないで次のパイプをお願い。
Takeshi, don't just stand there. On to the next pipe.
Huh? Okay.
まずそこの青いバルブを。
First, take that blue valve and... The water underfoot hadn't gone down at all. Although the drain pump was moving, the drainage pipe was broken.
そしたら次に赤いバルブをひねって。
Now, twist the red valve. We'd fixed a number of pipes, but the sound of escaping steam still hadn't stopped.
それじゃここ少しそこで待ってて。
Alright, Coco, wait just a bit.
準備 OK だよ。
Okay, I'm ready.
たけし、今言った順番でバルブをお願い。
Takeshi, turn the valves in the order I told you.
Oh, the, order debts?
ちょっとたけし、聞いてるの？
Hey, Takeshi, are you listening?
Huh? Oh, yeah, alright. I'm sorry. Blue, then red, right?
そうよ。緩めて、それから閉めるの。
Yeah, loosen them and then shut them again. I set to work on the blue valve in front of me. I was supposed to loosen it. Which way was I supposed to turn it again? Well, if you're supposed to loosen something, you're supposed to go left because lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. At least that's what my dad taught me when I was young. Although, then again, my knowledge of tools are very, very horrible. Yeah, I'm not a tool guy, but I do know lefty, loosey, and I do know that left is always right. So even though I know I'm supposed to click counterclockwise, it makes sense to go counterclockwise first. That one went counterclockwise, right? I turned the blue valve with all my strength. It seemed to have stopped the hissing. The sound of rushing steam grew softer. Next, close the red valve. The next valve was nearby. Alright, so for closing this one, we go clockwise since we're tightening it. That one went clockwise, right? Yes, it did. Let me, I turned the red valve. The strength of the steam blowing from the pipe weakened. Alright, that does it.
Okay.
ここ、あとちょっとだけ支えてて。
Coco, hold on just a little longer. Okay. Holding up her left hand to shield her face, Sugumi operated the welding torch with her right hand. The crack in the pipe closed visibly.
たけし、ここをつけたらすぐにそっちのバルブを元に戻して。
Takeshi, after I finish attaching this, return the valve to its original position right away.
Okay, I got you.
Sugumi finished welding.
バルブを早く。
The valve, hurry.
Alright, jeez.
I quickly turned the valve back in the other direction. I could feel the steam flowing through the
こ
valve.
こ、そのパイプはもういいわ。次はお願い。
Coco, this pipe's done. Go on to the next one.
OK? どこ？
Okay, where is it?
そうね。ちょっと待って。
Hold on just a second. The water underfoot still hadn't gone down at all and was swirling around like a whirlpool. The air conditioner on the wall was sucking in water and gurgling it out. It appeared it had also shorted out. I could see blue-white sparks jumping around inside. I hope it doesn't shock me. I was starting to get a little scared.
Ah! Oh, the heck dots? Or whatever you call those, all the exclamated questionable dots.
The air conditioner made an awful sound. And all of a sudden, muddy water started overflowing from the exhaust vent. The area around my legs was quickly getting grimy.
排水が逆流してる。気をつけて。
The drainage is starting to backflow, so be careful. My leg got caught up in the jet of muddy water and I lost my balance. I reached out to grab something. I caught onto a stack of crates and old containers lying nearby. Oof. Although the crates caught my weight, they shifted and began spilling over. Countless containers and rusty pipes started raining down. They passed me and headed on a direct course to hit the wall. And in their path was... Coco, watch out! What?
避けて
Get back! No! When I saw Takeshi Injury, I thought Takeshi was getting hurt. I want to see Coco get hurt! Metal was raining down. The old pipe broke apart into thousands of pieces. The containers were splintering. They all struck the surface of the shallow water violently. The sound of hard, heavy objects falling echoed in the room. The whole room quivered. A few pipes along the wall had ruptured and were spewing out water. And where Coco had been sitting only a moment earlier, Tsugumi lay, fallen over. No! Oh, she doesn't look very good. Oh, Tsugumi, I need you to be okay. You know a lot of what's going on here. Music is pretty awesome too. Oh, the exclamated dots. Coco looked around at the spectacle and hugged Pippi to herself tightly, her hands trembling. Just before the metallic objects had crashed down on Coco's back, Tsugumi had thrust her out of the way. Man, she's a hero. Tsugumi is amazing, you guys. She protected her while risking her own life. I know. Tsugumi. A metal shard had dug deeply into Tsugumi's right thigh, and it didn't look like she could move. Steam was pouring out of the burst pipe surrounding us, and the drainage pump, not doing its job, continued belching out muddy water in large quantities.
しくじったわ
I guess I messed up. Tsugumi grimaced and clasped her thigh tightly. She was losing a lot of blood. The murky water was getting redder by the moment. Hey, you okay?
これが大丈夫に見えるの
Does this look okay to you?
まったくバカなこと聞くのね
Always asking stupid questions. Stop laughing. I'm going to get the sieve off you. Just you wait. I hurried through the water to Tsugumi and tried to lift the metal off of her. But no matter how hard I tried, the heavy chunk wouldn't budge. Oh, this isn't good. Dang it.
無駄みたいね
Looks like it's no use. In the meantime, the water level had risen from ankle to knee height. Tsugumi. Coco crawled over to get closer to Tsugumi.
来ないで
Get away from me. Stung by Tsugumi's cold words, Coco stiffened and stopped.
逃げなさいここ
Get out of here, Coco.
たけし早く逃げた方がいい
You too, Takeshi. Get out while you can. No, I'm not leaving you.
このままだとこの部屋の隔壁が持たない
At this rate, the room's partitions won't last. I don't care, I'm not leaving you.
みんな死ぬことになるわ
You'll both die if you stay. Stop talking like that. We need to get you out of here.
だから早く
So, hurry.
逃げなさい
Get out of here. All the many dots. Stay. Stupid idiot. You think I could just leave you?
しょうがないでしょここから動けないんだし
There's nothing you can do, right? I'm stuck here.
この怪我じゃどうせ手遅れ
And with this injury, you can't help me anyway.
Shut it.
I roared out.
I won't let you give up on me now, you dang it. Hey, Coco, what are you standing there for?
Yes.
Get on that intercom and contact the others. With all her might.
With all her might, Coco moved her trembling legs to get closer to the intercom. Don't be angry at Coco. I mean, I understand you need to be strong here for the both of us, but Coco's trying to do her best too.
壊れてるボタンを押しても通じないよ
It's no use. It's broken. I pushed the button, but nothing happened.
So run up and tell the others to get over here.
分かったよ
Okay, I'm going. Although she looked flustered, Coco nodded and ran off. Good girl. The door to the warehouse closed. Soon, water came up to the bottom of the door. Uh-oh. 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 All the dots. All the dots. The water continued to rise. From waist down, Tsugumi was almost completely underwater. I try to press F2 to get rid of the box so I could see the artwork here, and I accidentally pressed F1, which, as we know, skips things. So, okay, the water came up to the bottom of the door. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm sorry, all. Strange things are happening right now. Oh, the dots. Oh, the double dots. The water continued to rise. From my waist down, Tsugumi was almost completely on water. The water level was almost over to my knees. What are you trying to prove? It doesn't mean anything. Just leave. I don't want you here. Well, tough luck. I'm here for you. What the heck is going on? I'm having a lot of technical issues. I'm sorry, you guys. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. There was a reason. Can't just leave you here. How do I exit the screen without right click? Okay, there we go. All right, if I click on the screen, why not? Okay, there we go. Okay, I figured it out. Sorry about that, all. I'm just so nervous about what's going on. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, no! I can't have her die, you know? It's just, ugh. Oh, man. Yeah, this game's got me off balance right now. I've taken nothing but abuse from you, and yet you still haven't thanked me properly yet. Oh, really? Haha. Well, that's reason enough, I suppose. Tsugumi laughed weakly. Her lips were trembling. The murky water was spreading. It's gotten cold in here. Please don't leave me. All right, Tsugumi, I need you to stay with me now. Yes, stay with me. I chose my words as carefully as possible. I am perfectly sane. You'll be okay. The wound isn't that deep, so don't you worry. You'll be okay. What makes you think that? You're the one who's crazy. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. I wasn't paying attention and you got hurt. Oh, the dots. Oh, the double dots. The water level was rising up to Tsugumi's head. Oh no! A section of the partition had broken and seawater was rushing in. The water was ice cold and seemed like it would freeze us. The water volume increased mercilessly. Oh, the dots! Her face contorted with pain. In agony, she labored for breath. I don't know if that was Tsugumi or Takeshi. I don't care at this point. I am just freaking out. Please! There wasn't any time. No! Making up my mind, I dove into the water. I couldn't open my eyes. All I could do was search the bottom using my intuition. Ugh! Dang it! Using all my strength, I heaved up the large mass of metal sticking into Tsugumi's leg. Aided slightly by the buoyancy of the water, the metal hunk moved slightly. I just got done playing Heavy Rain. I don't want to see someone die like this, okay? Tsugumi pulled her leg out at once. I lifted my face out of the water, gulping greedily for air. Oh, thank God. I think we got her. Oh. The flooding wouldn't stop. The water level was already above my shoulders. You are such a stubborn idiot. Ah, shut up. Just keep quiet. With the leg injured, there was no way Tsugumi could swim. Holding onto her, I headed for the exit. But the door was already underwater. Look, there's no way you can save me. Oh, yes, I am. I'm gonna save you somehow. I told you to keep quiet. Oh, the dots. There's got to be another exit. I'll look for it. Oh, the dots. It'll be okay. We'll find a way out of this. There you go again, saying it'll be okay. You're so irresponsible. Would you keep quiet? Oh, the dots.
Oh, the double dots.
I probably could have forced open the door if I had tried, but it would have put the second floor in danger of flooding. I searched desperately for an emergency exit. My legs wouldn't touch the floor. I could hardly breathe. I was at my limit.
Oh, the exclamator dots. There's a ladder in the corner of the room. There's a ladder. We can use it to get to the emergency passage. We're going to make it, Tsugumi.
I swam with all my might to get to the ladder. With Tsugumi draped all over my back, I climbed up the ladder. I opened the flood hatch at the end of the ladder and pushed Tsugumi through. Oh! Oh, I was legit scared. I thought someone was about to die there. Going up immediately behind her, I quickly shut the hatch. We still might die. We're not out of danger yet, FlightlessBird. The sound of the flood faded away, but there wasn't time to rest. Tsugumi was still losing blood. I took up on my back and began to run.
Dang it, which way should I go?
A dead end passage had me totally lost. Kuranari-san! Oh, thank God you're here, Sora. We need your help. Sora appeared suddenly in front of me.
Sora! Tsugumi is...
分かっています。ココちゃんから報告を受けました。
I know. I heard everything from Koko-chan.
救護室に連れてきてください。田中さんが処置準備を進めてくれています。
Bring her to the infirmary immediately. Tanaka-san is currently preparing to treat her.
Alright, I'm on my way. Now, which way do I go?
その通路を戻って右の階段を降り、通常通路へ。
Return back along this passage and then go down the stairs on the right and take the standard passage too.
Are you sure it's the right? And not the left? Because left is always right, so FlightlessBird says. Ah, okay, whatever, I'll just go. I need to save this girl. Tsugumi! It's okay, it's going to be okay.
Oh, the dots. Tsugumi groaned painfully from her place on my back. Even if she thought it was irresponsible of me, I couldn't bring myself to tell her it's no use, it's too late. As long as I had even a little hope, I didn't want to throw it away. I burst into the infirmary. I set the injured Tsugumi down on the bed. She'd lost so much blood. We had to take emergency measures immediately.
Hey, what are we going to do?
Get out of the way! You, who had been waiting in the room, pushed me aside. A tourniquet was taken out from the rack of medical instruments on the wall and fastened around Tsugumi's thigh.
ちょっとまずいわね。
This is bad!
What's the status? How bad is it? Can't we use that scanner to check it out?
I pointed to the LMRI.
あれはダメ。故障してるみたいなの。
It seems to be broken.
私が見ます。
I'll have a look. Sora put a hand on Tsugumi. A holographic window appeared in the air. A small sensor or camera started moving on the ceiling.
あくまで生体スキャンの応用ですから、はっきりとは申し上げられませんが。
Well, this is just a bioscan, so I can't tell for certain, but
大腿骨に損傷。複雑骨折しているかもしれません。
her femur is fractured, and it looks like it might be a complex fracture.
それと動脈が切れています。切開縫合が必要でしょう。
That and the artery is severed. She'll need sutures.
私、自分の指くらいなら縫ったことあるよ。サバイバルキットでだけど。
I stitched up my finger before. It was with the survival kit, but
では田中さん、お願いできますか？
well, Tanaka-san, do you think you can assist me?
なんとかやってみるよ。麻酔は？
I'll do my best. Do we have anesthetic?
用意します。他にもレーザーメス、端子、縫合紙、必要なものはすべてこの部屋にありますから。
I'll get it ready. The laser scalpel, forceps, and sutures. Everything we need is already in the room. Sora moved the electric wagon and used its robotic arm to gather the necessary surgical tools. Yu flipped up Tsugumi's skirt and started wiping off the wound.
クラナリ。
Kuranari,
そんなとこに立っていないでよ。邪魔になっちゃうから。
don't just stand there. You're in the way. Yu pointed angrily at the exit.
Yeah, sorry, you take care of her, okay?
任せなさい。
Leave it to me. Yu looked determined to show us all what she was capable of. As soon as I left the tense atmosphere of the emergency room, my fatigue hit me. I set myself down on a nearby chair.
タケピョン。
みんは
Oh, Tekapion, is Sugumi going to be? Oh, and then we get this really sad music, you guys. I really hope she's going to be okay, Coco. I really, really hope so. I mean, she saved your life. Coco was gripping Pepe, but looked as if she was having a hard time relaxing.
You let them know right away, so she should be fine.
本当
Really? Oh, now she's crying. Oh, it's gonna make me cry now. I don't want to see this girl sad. I don't want to see any of these girls sad. Coco's eyes were moist. It was hard to tell, but she had probably been crying moments earlier. Even still, she tried to smile.
ねえねえつぐみんは
Hey, you think Sugumin's?
つぐみんは大丈夫だよね
Sugumin's gonna be okay, right? I'm doing my best, Coco. I'm doing my best. Still looking worried, she tilted her head as she asked me.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Absolutely fine. I closed my hand into a fist and told myself, she's going to be okay. After what seemed like an eternity, you appeared from the infirmary with Sora. So it's about 30 afternoon. So what's been, what, at least 5 hours? 6 hours? The surgery was over. Sugumi was going to live! Yes! She lives! Oh, thank you, Lord.
40針ほど縫いました。全治2ヶ月といったところです。
It required a total of 40 stitches. It will take 2 months to heal completely.
元のように歩けるようになるには、さらに数ヶ月かかりますね。
And it will take her a few more months to be able to walk normally. I don't know if that first sentence was Sora or not, but yeah, I just said it as you. Sorry.
小町さんには救助が来て、レミューから出られるようになるまで安静にしてもらうことになるでしょう。
Until a rescue team arrives at the Mew and we can get her out of here, she's going to have to rest.
Alright, thanks, Sora. And good job, you.
Oh, the dots.
You, what's wrong?
What?
あうんさすがにちょっと疲れたわね
Oh, nothing. I'm just really tired. You know? Yeah, I know. You're a hero too.
こんな大手術なんてしたことなかったから
So is Sora. So is Coco. Just a bunch of heroes. I've never done an operation like that before. After that, you looked down and didn't say much.
なお、ツバイトストック倉庫の浸水は止まりました。
By the way, it looks like the flooding stopped in the Zwitterstock warehouse.
倉庫へつながる全配管を緊急閉鎖。ブロックごとツバイトから切り離しました。
All pipelines connected to the warehouse have been closed as an emergency measure, and the whole area has been sealed off from Zwitter.
浸水被害拡大の心配はありません。
So we don't have to worry about the flood damage expanding.
以上です。
That's it then. So that floor is basically gone now. We were just killing time, a short respite. We still couldn't think of any way to escape. Still, we didn't want to feel like we were completely wasting our time. So we all decided to wander around Lemieux one more time. As we made the rounds, I said things like,
Let's find something decent to eat, and no more of those tuna sandwiches from the kiosk.
and
How many people can really ride on an AE that doesn't have enough buoyancy?
I also made other ridiculous propositions. Everyone's getting a little sick of me, but they still laughed along. We all knew. As long as we were doing something, it kept our minds off things we couldn't change. Like about how there was no way out, or remembering where we were. We decided to meet at 8 p.m. for dinner. 6:51 p.m. now. Everyone was left to wander around freely until then. Oh, okay. So we're wandering around before dinner. Got it. Still an hour to go. As I walked around the second floor, still thinking about what to do, I found myself in front of the infirmary. I thought Sugumi would still be sleeping in bed.
Maybe I should go check on her.
As I stood in front of the sliding door, it opened. I could smell the faint but harsh odor of disinfectant.
あれクラナリどうしたの
Kiranari, what are you doing here? You greeted me with slight surprise as I entered the room. Nothing really. I just thought I'd get some coffee or something to wake me up. Aw, don't say that. You care. What about you two? What are you and the kid up to? It looked like she was in the middle of spreading out tools and parts next to the LMRI scanner. The kid was crouched down by the scanner as well, looking at what appeared to be pages of data.
ああ、やっぱりね。この機械直しておこうかなって思って。
Well, you know, I thought I'd try to fix this machine after all. Wow, and the kid's helping?
そうだよ。
You got it. I'm sorry. You got it.
こう見えても彼、頼りになるのよ。図面を読むの早いし。
He's much more helpful than he looks. He's really quick at reading blueprints. Yeah, but does he remember anything after he reads it? Sometimes it happens, where the kid will be strangely good at something. I wonder why that is.
さあ、なぜかは僕が聞きたいよ。
That's what I'd like to know. There's another mystery, yeah. The mystery of the voice, the mystery of his amnesia, who this guy is, what caused the problems in Lemieux. You have no idea?
全然。
Nope, not a clue.
何か理由があるのかもしれないけど。
There might be some reason, but... The kid hung his head, thinking.
まあまあ、思い詰めなさんなって。今は考えたってさ、しょうがないよ。
Hey, don't worry about it. No use wondering about it now. I wonder, okay. This just hit me like a lightning bolt. What if he's an amnesiac? Because he was just born. Like, what if he's a, what if the, Yu's father cloned himself? And this is his, like, younger clone? And he was just born. And because he was just born, he doesn't remember anything. Because he doesn't know anything, because he hadn't been alive to actually know anything. That would explain a lot. Like how he can know things without knowing things. Because he's been programmed with that mental data. Because I had thought maybe he's a robot, but he does eat and drink. So if he eats and drink and he's not a robot, then maybe he's a clone. Maybe that's Yu's father. And maybe that's why we heard another voice that sounded like Kid, because there's actually more than one kid on this area. Maybe there's a good kid and there's a bad kid. And the bad kid is the one messing things up. But wouldn't Sora know though that there were two kids? Yeah, she would. Huh. Alright. I don't have an answer to that. Nope, don't have an answer for that. Sorry. I'm at a loss. This is what you get on this channel. You get weird, insane theories. Yeah. Hey, don't worry about it. No use wondering about now. Yeah. I like how you basically tells me straight up, FlightlessBird, don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about right now. And I'm like, oh, thanks, you, for breaking that fourth wall.
そういうのはいずれ記憶が戻れば自然にわかるんだから。
It all makes sense anyway when your memory comes back.
少年、そっちのレンチ取ってくれる？
Hey kid, can you hand me that wrench?
あ、これかな。
This one?
サンキュー。どっこいしょ。
Yeah, thanks. Here we go. You sat cross-legged on the floor and began to unscrew the cover of the scanner.
Hey, I can see up your skirt when you sit like that. Heh.
Oh, come on, Takeshi. Please don't channel your inner Date.
なんだよ、見るなよ。偽物じゃないんだぞ。
Cut that out. Quit looking. This isn't a peep show.
Alright, I was just joking. Heh.
I raised both hands and backed away.
But you know, while the kid's head is clear, maybe we should tackle some of the trickier problems.
なんで？
Huh? Why?
Well, because, what if he hit his head or something? He's only going to be good at this stuff for a little bit. Maybe it adjusted some brain cells into action that don't usually get used.
まさか、漫画じゃあるまいし、ね少年。
Oh, please. This isn't like some manga, right, kid?
いや、僕に聞かれても。
Listen, don't ask me.
そっか。それもそうね。
Oh, that's right.
ところで、漫画ってなんだっけ？
So what's a manga again? What? You've even forgotten manga?
聞き覚えがかすかにある言葉だとは思うんだけど。
Well, I have a vague sense that I've heard the word before. You know what the interesting thing is? I watch anime, but I don't really read any manga, like ever. There are, I think when I was younger, like much younger, I read manga, but only like maybe 1 or 2 manga books. And that was, I'm pretty sure it was Ronin Kenshin that I read. Which goes to show you how long it's been since I read a manga.
漫画の存在を忘れちゃうなんて、あんた今人生の2割くらいは損してるわ。
Wow, to forget about manga? You know, you're missing out on about 20% of life right there. The kid and you continue the strange conversations. I like how this game has these like light moments. And I started to feel like there was no real reason for me to be there at all. Well, hang in there. I turned my back to leave.
クラナリ
Hey, Kiranari! You stood up abruptly and came to stand in front of me.
ー、ねえ、つぐみの様子を見に来たんじゃないの？
You came to check on Tsugumi, right? Absolutely.
つぐみならあっちのベッドで寝てるよ。
She's sleeping in that bed over there.
まだ意識は戻らないし、当分体を動かせないし、安静にしてもらわなくちゃいけないけど。
She isn't conscious yet, and of course she can't move her body. She really just needs to rest. You were speaking slowly, her eyes downcast. For some reason, her expression hardened.
それからそんなに自信ないけど、でも私なりにベストは尽くしたつもりだから。
And it's not that I'm so sure of myself, but still, I've done my very best for her. I know you did.
完全に保証はできないけど、治ってほしいと思ってる。
I can't guarantee that she will, but I want her to get better. Me too.
だから
So we'll just...
I know you, and I'm really grateful for what you've done.
I looked her straight in the eyes.
If you hadn't done the surgery, Tsugumi wouldn't have made it.
でもまだ本当に治るかどうかわからないよ。
But we still don't know if she will really recover.
Ah, you worry too much. What? Don't you trust yourself?
ないよ。
No,
私専門の医者じゃないんだから。
I'm not a trained doctor or anything.
I don't think that Tsugumi will give up so easily. Besides, you had Sora helping you. She'll pull through, I know it. She'll be just like she was before in no time and give me a hard time as usual for sure.
All the dots.
そうだね。うん。なんか私もそんな気がしてきた。
I guess so. Actually, I'm starting to feel the same way. She gave me a small smile.
Well then, I guess I'm off to see that mean-spirited girl's face. So, fix that scanner, okay?
任せなさいって。
Just leave it to me. You plopped down again, and she and the kid began grappling with the coverless scanner. I went toward the bed in the back. Wow. Huh. Poor girl. Look at her leg. Man. Heavily bandaged. Fluids running into her system. And just... hope she's gonna be okay. Tsugumi was stretched out peacefully. It was probably due to the serious nature of the operation and she was getting an IV. At least she wasn't hooked up to a respirator. Then again, that could have been because the infirmary didn't have a respirator. Thankfully, she didn't look like she was in pain. She was sleeping so serenely. I could almost believe that she would recover quickly. I remember how she dragged me behind her as she ran through the aquarium. How tough she was, so much stamina. She lay under a white blanket. Her right foot was completely covered with a brace and bandages. I couldn't tell what kind of condition it was in. Ah, I realized something as I neared the bed. That smell of antiseptic that I had first recognized when I came into the room. It was still strong and harsh around the bed. I looked down at the floor and it was as if the tiles were blurring, changing color. It's the color of her blood. It was the raw, brutal traces of her surgery. I gently squeezed Tsugumi's hand, which was peeking out from under the blanket.
I'm, sorry.
It was my fault that this had happened to her. If she didn't make it, It wasn't the kind of thing made better by an apology. And even if she did recover, what would I say to her face? It would only be natural for her to hit me or yell at me. I'm so sorry. All I could do was repeat it over and over to Tsugumi, who wouldn't even answer.
倉成さん、
Kurenari-san. There was a voice behind me. Letting go of Tsugumi's hand, I quickly whirled around. Hey, Sora. Sora had suddenly appeared behind me.
小町さんは当分目を覚まさないと思いますよ。
It is unlikely that Komachi-san will wake up for a while.
まだ麻酔も効いているはずですし、今はそっとしておくのが一番です。
The anesthetic is still in effect. It is probably best to leave her alone right now.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
ところで倉成さん、これからお時間ありますか？
So, Kurenari-san, are you free right now?
Who, me?
はい。よろしかったら少しお話ししたいなと思いまして。
Yes, if it is alright, I would like to talk to you.
Talk about what?
それはですね、
Well, you see,
内緒です。
it's a secret. She laughed a little. So wants to keep something secret? I was a little shocked.
ここだとなんですから、外行きませんか？
This room is, well, why don't we go outside? I still want to go, but I know you're not supposed to. Partly because I guess we kind of need to stick with, not sick with. And we need to stick with Tsugumi, right? So I want to go!
Actually, I want to stay here a little bit longer if you don't mind. It isn't often that you get to see Tsugumi being so still and docile.
そうですか。
Really?
Yeah, can't you talk to me here? Now you got me wondering what this big secret is.
倉成さん、
Kurenari-san,
内緒だからここでは話せないんですよ。
I can't talk to you here because it's confidential.
Oh, right, well that makes sense. Let's see.
いえ、大した話ではないですから、また今度にしましょうか。
Never mind, it's not a big deal. We can discuss it later. No, I want to know what it was!
では失礼しますね。
If you'll excuse me then. Sora left smiling. I turned my attention again to Tsugumi's sleeping face. She didn't say anything. Of course, it was normal for Tsugumi not to talk about herself. But instead, she wasn't saying anything at all. I want to hear something. As soon as possible. Anything. I didn't care. I just want to hear Tsugumi's voice again. I began to believe that I could bear even her harshest, most cutting words. What? I turned my head, sure I had been mistaken. The lift to the decompression chamber was moving on its own? What? Sure enough, it was moving. I ran over and peered into the square hole where the lift was. The lift had gone down, then stopped. Well, that's strange. I pushed the button, climbed the lift, and hopped in. I would go down to the decompression chamber. No one was in the room. Was the lift malfunctioning? I reached out my hand to push the button to take me back up. In that second, something crossed my line of vision. The sound of tiny footsteps was growing fainter. Is this Coco again? Very tiny. I could tell that they were running through the emergency corridor. I turned to the corridor and followed the sound. I didn't think there were human footsteps. Maybe it's Pippi? But if Pippi had separated from Coco, he surely wouldn't be in a place like that. I sensed that the owner of the footsteps was something smaller. It seemed to be running with quite some momentum. Smaller than Pippi? Sometimes even crashing into walls. It was in a desperate hurry. What is going on here? In any case, it's an animal of some kind. But what is it? It bothered me that I had run out of the infirmary. The footsteps turned off the corridor and straight into a dead end. I had followed it right up until that point, but somehow I lost it. Maybe it fell down the stairs along the corridor or climbed onto a duct and jumped down a floor. That clever little. Maybe it was a rat? Could be. I wasn't so strange for me to have rats. That's what I was thinking. In which case,
this is stupid. What the heck am I doing chasing after a rat?
Scratching my head, I retraced my steps. Before I got back on the lift, I glanced back into the decompression chamber and noticed for the first time that the bed was looking dirty.
Hey, who ate their dinner here?
There were small breadcrumbs on the bed. Hey, you!
はい。
Yeah? I got out of the lift and stopped over to where you and the kid were still in the middle of the repair efforts.
Who was eating bread in the decompression chamber?
はあ？なんですって？
Huh? What are you talking about? You frowned and turned the hand holding the screwdriver toward me.
知らないよ、そんなの。
How would I know?
僕も知らない。
I don't know either. The kid had insulation tape wrapped around his fingers.
ラナリー、あんたじゃないの？
Kirinari-san, you sure it wasn't you?
Why would it be me if I'm the one asking about it? I mean, it doesn't really matter who it was, but don't you think we better be a little more careful?
This has to be kid, right? And he just forgot about it? Maybe?
何を？
Careful of what?
I think there was a rat in here just now. If we leave food laying around, it might get eaten.
ああ、それなら確かに気をつけた方がいいかも。
Oh, in that case, I guess we should be more careful.
今のところ売店に十分な食料があると思うけど、荒らされたらたまらないもんね。
We got plenty of food in the kiosk for now, but it would be awful if it was broken into.
ネズミ捕り必要かな？
Do you think we should try to catch it?
I don't think we need to go that far.
あ、少年、もしかしてネズミ捕りの作り方知ってるの？
Hey kid, you don't happen to know how to make a rat trap, do you?
さあね。
Who knows?
知ってたかどうかよくわからないよ。
I don't really know if I know how or not. The kid laughed and shrugged his shoulders exaggeratedly. Sora's Rainbow, 8:37 p.m. We met at the tuna sandwich stand and ate as scheduled. Actually, this would be a perfect time to stop. I would like to go like 4 more minutes longer, but considering we just had a change in transition here, this seems like a natural place to break. So yeah, on this episode, oh my gosh, stop it. All right, I gotta be careful pressing the exit button. When you press the exit button, it does that like really fast. But anyway, I love you all so very much. Thank you for everything. We'll pick up from the load screen on our next episode of our blind Let's Play Ever 17, the Out of Infinity. Thank you for everything, my friends. Love you all so very much. And until next time, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.